All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Golfballing podcast. I'm one of your hosts, Jackson, here with my two hosts, Sean and Nick. Hello, boys.
Hello,
Hello.
I'm the main host, Nick. It's good to be back after a long, excruciating Valentine's Day at the Magic Kingdom, where I had a magical day. I have made it back to the Golf Balling podcast, where I'm happy to be back after
Nick,
my suspension.
I actually received a DM about you this week.
Oh, really?
I haven't told you this yet, but I received a DM from one of our listeners who had been
is
trying
it?
to DM from Ryan.
I got a DM from Ryan as well.
Yeah, I know. He said he'd been trying to DM you and you won't respond to him, and he thinks that you're too big time for him now.
I'm not too big time for Ryan. I'm gonna send him a DM saying I'm not too big time for you, Ryan. I just am really
So-
better responding.
If you're ever, I let him know that, but if you're ever interested in DMing Nick, just DM me and I won't get a hold of him, but I'll make some jokes about him.
Yeah, call him out in the beginning of the pod. Well, this podcast is pretty special because we just had a couple of guests on the pod. It was pretty entertaining. So.
It was a fun.
Do you want to tell like what happened or what the story's about, or do you want to leave that to be a secret and make them listen to the whole thing?
I don't.
It was just some top secret information at the Waste Management. I think we leave it at that. If you want to listen to more, listen to the first 15 minutes, and then you make it there, and you get to hear some inside looks at what happened on the moving day, or the last day. Never mind, not the moving day, but some cool insight knowledge from some people that were there. Some cool stories.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So stick around if you want to hear that. But I think we should get
To golf.
get into the Genesis instead.
We're getting into the Genesis.
I'm excited. No, I'm
Yeah,
excited.
tell me-
This is
tell
a
me about
fucking
the Genesis.
stacked field. This is a stacked field.
It is a loaded field.
Who's in the field? Matthew Wolf.
John Rahm, Dustin Johnson, Matthew Wolf, Jim Furyk, Doug Gim,
Oh, watch
Gary
out.
Woodland, Brendan
Whoa.
Steele,
You're not
Will
exciting
Zalatoris.
me anymore.
Maverick
Bryson,
McNeely, Will
Bryson, Rory,
Zalatoris,
Okay, there you go.
Brooks, Justin Thomas, Jordan Spieth, Ricky
That's,
Fowler.
that's more.
Al
like it.
Morikawa.
It's a
Patrick
loaded
Cantlay.
field.
Rory
like the-
McIlroy from
I don't
Northern
think-
Ireland.
I don't
Yes.
think he
Rory
made the cut.
McIlroy? Rory McIlroy is in the
I don't think he
tournament.
made the cut. Victor Hovland,
Well, how did he not
I
make the
already
cut?
said Rory. Rory's in. Yes.
Scotty Chef. I think I said that.
Scotty Chef can't finish.
All right. I think that's enough.
Bryce,
Of the
Brooks
field.
Koepka,
I've said all these
Justin
names.
Sanders
Hey, Sean.
I've I've said all these names.
Russell
Sean.
Knox.
Did you hear me, Sean?
Yes, I hear you.
Scotty Scheffler can't finish. What do you have to say?
I don't really
Calling
know.
out your boy.
In what way is Scotty Scheffler my boy?
I think if anyone likes
Popular
Scotty-
jock market pick. Man.
I like
don't know.
Scotty Scheffler.
Yeah, I think Nick's a bigger. I've met Scotty
Oh.
Scheffler, and I think Nick's a bigger Scotty Scheffler guy than I am. I
Well,
mean, he's a
Nick
great dude. Don't
What
get
do you
me
have to
wrong,
say?
but
Can't finish.
can't finish. I mean, if anybody can't finish, it's Jordan. But like,
Oh,
that's
Give me-
very much. It's 100% a mental thing.
give
It is.
me a
well,
break.
Jordan's gonna win this week, so it's fine.
I will bet my
Should
life.
we lock that in?
I
Should
will
we
bet
lock
my
that
life
in?
that he doesn't.
I think
I'm
we should
locking
lock
it in.
I'm
I
gonna
will
lock
not-
it into. I think
His worst case scenario is he finishes second this week.
I would say worst case is
I
top
don't-
5.
I don't think Jordan Spieth can get over. I don't think mentally. I think he's mentally. Yeah, I don't. No, I don't see it. He doesn't trust his process. He doesn't trust it. I
I
won't.
think what Jordan Spieth needs to do for his first win is have like a 5-stroke lead going into Sunday, and then just kind of cruise, and then he'll be back. Once he gets that first win, he'll officially be back.
I doubt. I don't think he'll win. I really
Maybe that
don't.
happens this week.
I'm very positive. Unless he makes a change in his mental capacity, I don't think he can win. Personal.
Are you saying just this week or ever?
Ever. If he does not make a change mentally, he will not be able to win. Because when he looks at the scoreboard, he doesn't have the mental strength like Tiger. Personally. No, and it's very rare that anybody does. Like Jordan Spieth looks at the scoreboard and he fucking shits his pants, and then he forgets how to keep everything together. And I mean, you're just not going to win tournaments if that's the case.
I bet you $5 he wins this tournament.
Yeah, sure. I'll bet you $5 he doesn't.
You're not even gonna ask for any kind of odds there. You're just going straight up. Jordan Spieth wins this tournament. That is a bold ass bet.
I'm putting a whole $5 on
Jackson. Okay, wow. Okay, yeah. No, I'll take that bet. I'm not gonna. I was like, I'd give you $50 if he wins, and you give me $5, or like $5,000 if he wins, and you give me $5, because that's just $5 in my fucking pocket. There's no chance.
I mean, let's be realistic about the situation. You'll never see that money.
No,
Jackson doesn't pay these bets.
Jackson's probably lost like over $100 to me in the past like 4 years that he's never paid out.
There's no way. There's
like
no way.
the $1 and the $10.
You'll get your $5. I'll get my $5 when Jordan Spieth wins this tournament, though.
I think the listeners should hold you guys to this.
Please do. Somebody please do. $5 is on the line.
I'm telling you, get your I'm gonna get my $5. So
okay,
we're speaking things into existence.
I like it.
Podcast.
Yep.
I feel like this week there haven't been too many storylines going on specifically about the Genesis, and one that I keep seeing is about Cam Smith's mullet. I keep just seeing pictures and videos of Cam Smith's mullet, and I gotta say I love it. It makes me want to grow a mullet myself.
Do you think that should be the haircut of the PGA Tour? Like they have to have a mullet? Like there's no other opportunity? Like they have to have a mullet?
I don't think many people could pull off the mullet like Cam Smith.
I know, but what if they made like it was a requirement to play on the PGA Tour was to have a mullet? There was only a certain amount of hairstyles you could have. You could be like mullet, bald, or like a reverse mohawk. Those are the only 3 hairstyles.
No, I think the bald guys should have to put on a mullet wig.
Please, oh my God! If we just had everyone on the PGA Tour in mullet wigs or in mullets, that would be hilarious.
Can you imagine Bryson with a mullet and that stupid fucking hat that he wears?
Oh my God! Bryson's gonna go bald. Like, there's no chance. Like, there's 100% chance he goes bald in like the next 2 to 3 years.
I mean, maybe he'll just pull a Spieth and get some hair treatment.
Do you think that's what happens, like, for Spieth? Like, he started losing his hair, so he started losing his ability to play golf?
I mean, he was playing well while he was losing his hair. Now that he's got his hair back, now he's not playing as well. Because the hairline's not as bad as it used to be. He got some treatment for it. There's no doubt about it. And you know what? I don't blame him. If I were in his position, I'm a wealthy, like, 24-year-old at the time, and my hair was my biggest insecurity, I'd probably get some hair treatment too.
Do you think it's his wife that's bringing him down? Because ever since he's gotten married, I don't know. I feel like it's not good to get married on the PGA Tour for the most part.
Maybe it's his alcoholism.
True. Wait, has Dustin gotten married, or is he just still engaged, or
still just engaged? I believe.
See, that's I think. Okay, here's the rumor mill.
Brooks isn't married.
Brooks isn't married. Tiger's married. Or no, Tiger's not married anymore. Never mind. That was a divorce.
Tiger's married. Lindsey Vohn's back in the picture.
Jon Rahm's not married. We look at the top golfers in the world. A lot of them aren't married. So are we saying maybe marriage ruins golf careers? Is that the hot topic?
I feel like that's been a take that Jackson's given before on the podcast.
I'm starting to believe it. Like,
I used to be a supporter of that take.
But tell me somebody who's good on the PGA Tour who has a wife.
Patrick Reed.
Yes and no.
I mean, there are plenty of examples, I feel
top 5 player in the world. Name a top 5 player in the world who's married.
Justin Thomas.
Is he married?
I don't know.
I cannot. You cannot tell me if he...
I don't really invest enough in these guys' personal lives.
I think this needs to be showcased more. There should be a PGA Tour partner tour where it's just the wives and the husbands playing, because we don't.
They should have a reality show of golf wives at least, but they should have at least a golfer like Brooks and Jenna could have a reality TV show, and
They
I think
probably
they should.
will.
I think they should have.
When
I
Brooks
think
wins Player of the Year.
I think Dustin and Paulina should as well.
Dustin
those
seems too dry, but that's what Jay Cutler seemed like too before he hopped on.
Yeah, but they
reality.
like Dustin's kind of a dry guy, but he does some wild shit.
He does. I think Paulina would be more of like very dry.
Maybe they just get.
I mean, that show would probably bring your IQ down a few points just watching one episode.
The Brooks and Jenna Sims would be I think that would be a great reality TV show, and I wouldn't be surprised if we see that soon. Like, come on.
Come on the pod.
Come on the pod. But no, is there a top 5 player in the world who's married? Okay, end of discussion. If you want to be good on the PGA Tour, never get married. I guess that's the case.
I mean, the top 5 is also just so young right now.
Exactly,
like,
Sean.
Phil Mickelson's been married for a long time, and
is he a top 5 player in the world?
But like he was still
I don't
good
think
while he
so.
was married.
Golf's changing. Wives bring in more time where people can't play golf.
I mean,
maybe Jordan was like, okay, maybe I can't spend more time on the course, and he have to go on a date with his wife, right? Maybe if he was able to spend more time hitting balls in the Sims instead of on a date with his wife or getting a manicure with his wife or pedicure, like. I don't know.
I mean,
I don't know.
Webb Simpson's the 9th ranked player in the world. He's been one of the most consistent guys recently, and he's been married since 2010.
Maybe again, it's an 11-year marriage. Maybe there's been some struggles. Maybe they're not married anymore.
No, they
maybe they're
are
just
married.
I'm just joking. I'll get off.
This is just a ridiculous conversation.
I just went on a take. On a little bit of a rampage, but the Genesis, it's at Riviera, right?
Yes.
The Riv?
No.
I love the 18th
Thank you for knowing that.
It's at
I love
Augusta
the 18th hole at a
National.
Riviera. Charley Hoffman's going to win this tournament. I just think of Charley Hoffman when I think of Riviera.
Maybe it'll be like a classic Thursday at the Masters. Maybe Charley Hoffman will get off to an early lead and then absolutely
Two things. Is Charley Hoffman in the field? And then the second thing is, has Charley Hoffman won this tournament? Because I just feel like he has.
Charley Hoffman is in the field. I don't know off the top of my head if Charley Hoffman's won.
I'm going to look up really quickly Charley Hoffman's career wins because
I was in the process of doing
I feel like he's won at the Waste Management. Just a shot. Maybe and the Riv.
Is he secretly the Players Champ?
I feel like he always gets hot like during the month of February. Personally, that is
his PGA Tour wins are the Bob Hope Chrysler Classic in 2007.
That was a good one.
The Deutsche Bank in 2010.
That is exactly the tournament he would win.
Is that it?
No, he won Mayakoba in 2014. And then the Valero Texas Open in 2016.
That's his turn.
Those are his 4 wins.
He owns.
I feel like he's always in contention in February. I feel like that's his month.
I don't know why. He does just seem like a guy that's won the Waste Management.
Right? Like maybe it's just the green hat, but like I think
that's totally why. That's the only reason that thought exists.
If you would have told me Charley Hoffman won the Masters, I kind of could have believed it. Like you get me with the green hat. He's always there. He's always like playing okay. Like if I didn't know who Charley Hoffman really was, and you're like, oh yeah, he won the Masters, I'd believe you.
I feel like, given the fact that you have a golf podcast, you should know that Charley Hoffman has not won a Masters.
I know he hasn't won the Masters. I'm aware of that. I've been aware of that before this podcast.
You don't look at Charley Hoffman. You don't look at Charley Hoffman and go, "Oh, that guy's won a major."
No, but you look at Charley Hoffman.
You just know that he hasn't.
You see him in that green hat, and you're like, maybe he's leading day one at Augusta. You're like, yeah, he's been here before. He's done this.
They say dress for the job you want. He wants that green jacket, and he wants his hat to match when he's putting it on.
I feel like he has a ton of top 5, top 10 finishes. Like he's got to have a shit ton of career earnings. Like I feel like he's secretly one of the biggest career earnings on the PGA Tour.
What's his career
Maybe
earnings,
not.
Sean? It's got to be
That
like
sounds,
50. It's got to be at least
I feel like
35.
I feel like
50.
it's got to be a surprising number. I love how we just do stats.
He's got 4 PGA wins. I mean,
Yeah, I mean,
he's been
pro for 21 years. Like I
final
remember on the
guess. 46.
I remember on the broadcast last weekend they said that he's been pro longer than Akshay Bhatia's been alive.
Oh, wow.
Which, if that's not the wildest stat you've heard, then I don't know what is. All right, so your final guess is what? 46 million?
Yeah. Is it like 80?
Nick, what's your final guess? Jackson,
60.
these numbers you're throwing out are fucking absurd.
32 million.
All right, Nick was way closer. The answer is 29.6 million.
He's 150
I
million.
would have expected way more, though. I don't know.
Dude, he's probably made $1 billion by now.
Great career.
I mean, 20 years, so that's like $1 million, like a little bit more than $1 million a year.
You got to factor in the pension soon.
The pension, he's got to give money to his agents. He probably doesn't get that much, sponsorships. How much is he actually bringing in? Maybe
who's his sponsor?
Waste
Do you think he's on welfare or?
Isn't the Waste Management his sponsor?
No, he's a Titleist guy. Oh, he does have waste. He does wear a Waste Management shirt. Yeah.
Oh,
his four-time PGA Tour winner Charley Hoffman on welfare.
Yeah.
What a question.
I feel like you shouldn't be wearing a Waste Management shirt if you haven't won the Waste Management.
Yeah, no, that's tough. You know what? I feel like he probably makes a decent. Like, what type of home do you think Charley Hoffman?
30 million.
Yeah, dude, he's fucking loaded.
Yeah, but if you think about the tax,
he's
right?
made $30 million on course.
Around.
I don't think you understand how much money he probably
Yeah,
$30 million
but then he's
on
got to
course.
pay his caddy, his agent.
Yes, but when you've made $30 million, those fees aren't as drastic, and he also has
Probably
sponsorships
a flight in a
from
hotel.
He has sponsorships from Titleist and Waste Management. Like, he's doing okay.
I don't know, man. He could be on welfare, dude. You never know. The money just kind of trickles. You're a finance guy, right? You're a finance guy. You gotta get taxed.
We're talking about a guy that has 2 logos on his shirt. I think he's doing okay. Because he's also got active PDF. I don't know what the fuck that is, but he's got it. Or wait, I guess the other logo changes a little bit, but a lot of active PDF from what I've seen.
It's like a file company.
Yeah, I'm guessing they're not shelling out the big bucks because that sponsorship's not doing much for him. If I didn't know what the fuck active PDF was,
it's for formatting.
How much do you think it costs to be on Charley Hoffman's shirt? Do you think we could get a sponsor? Do you think we can afford it?
You have to buy him a beer. That's about it.
Is there any? If any professional golfer on any on the PGA Tour, how much would it cost for us to get a logo or just get my name? I just want Nick Pavaro on somebody's fucking shirt.
I mean, that totally depends on who you're trying to target.
Scott Brown.
I don't even know enough about Scott Brown to
10 grand.
To guess that.
10 grand? Do you think I can get 10 grand? Is
for
that
for a year?
Yeah. Oh, my Golfballing logo for 10 grand. I would think it'd be on a shirt.
That would be an investment you should make. I would think.
I don't think rare. Nobody would see that logo.
And Scott Brown's.
When's the last time you saw Scott Brown on TV?
This summer, because we were. Scott Brown was relevant this past year because that's why someone made that. Was it Patrick who made the comment?
Imagine if you had just your face, if PGA Tour pros just started selling their face on different.
I feel like Nick just wants to turn the PGA Tour into fucking NASCAR, where just everything's logos. Why not get somebody to play some golf balling logo tees while we're at it? I feel like the best route, if we really wanted to get the brand known, the best route to go would be at the Masters have caddies wear our t-shirts under the jumpers. That's the best route to getting noticed.
Or we just show up at the Masters and follow Bryson's group and just wear a Bryson shirt.
I think
yeah, let's just show up at the Masters. I'll get us tickets right now.
I genuinely think,
Sean.
because I doubt Dustin knows about these shirts that I'm wearing right now. If you watch our
You know
YouTube,
what? I honestly wouldn't be surprised if he's seen that shirt.
I doubt it, dude.
I honestly feel like Bryson is 100% seen the Bryson shirt.
There's no way. But
I
the
bet,
DJ
I
one,
bet Bryson even bought a Bryson shirt under a fake name.
I'm saying, I think if we saw Dustin ever in real life and any of us were wearing this shirt and we showed him this, I guarantee you he would laugh.
That or he would be very upset.
And he's not talking about you.
If you're listening and you don't know what we're talking about, you can go check out our merch if you want to get a better understanding.
Yeah.
Good plug there.
You want to hop in this this interview?
Yeah. So I didn't have anything else to say with that. Actually, real quick, one more thing before we get into this interview. I would like to point out that the final round of the AT&T Pro-Am last week was the most watched regular season PGA Tour event on any network in 2 years.
There's no fucking chance. I don't fucking believe that.
This was a stat from CBS. Jordan Spieth moves the needle. Jordan Spieth being back is the greatest thing to happen in golf.
And when he wins this week, it'll come full scale.
Yeah, I think we needed this struggle period from Jordan Spieth just to get golf ready to be prominent again.
Yeah.
So Nick, hate on him all you want. He does great things for the game, and now I'm ready for the interview.
All right.
Enjoy it.